You too. No, I'm joking. What's good? It's your boy Jin Saku, and I'm here with the TimeForToku podcast. And today we are here with an amazing group of people. We got my boy Blackwing. What's good, bro?
What's up?
We got my boy Chris. What's poppin'?
Yeah, what's poppin'? You know it is, Chris.
We got Deca in the building. What's good?
Hey, it's Deca. I'm doing pretty good right now.
It's good to hear. Good to hear. We got 10. What's good?
Hi, I'm the NB who's not here for a long time, but a fun time. Ta-da!
And you know we gotta ask your boy, how was this episode this week?
Okay, as of now, Dino Fury as a whole is certified.
And we got my boy Austin. What's good, bro?
What's poppin'?
You know the vibes. We got Chelsea.
Hi.
We got...
Awesome.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Now, let's just dive into this shit, bro, because we got so much to talk about. Starting with... Actually, let's do the traditional. Are we 8 for 8? Are we 8 for 8 at this
8
point?
for 8. Motherfucking
8 for 8. Let's fucking go.
All
Yeah,
his numbers.
this is definitely an 8 for 8 for sure.
Damn. Power Rangers is back, it seems like. Feels good, man. Feels good.
Where
Now,
has it been?
what I want to
It
try...
was at Disney. That was their last spot. To be real.
So what I want to try to do is let's do a complete episode breakdown, right? And we're just going to just give our thoughts on what was going on scene for scene. But starting off with the episode, we had a Zord fight, right? And it was a pretty fucking dope original Zord fight. I don't even remember the last time we had an original Zord fight. I mean, if y'all remember, y'all can correct me. But
Usually, original sword fight?
Look, usually when it comes to Zord fights, it's all Sentai footage to me, but I never actually, when have we actually had, an original Zord fight?
yeah,
If I'm being real, the last time I remember was RPM, and I recently watched that. I heard someone say Samurai, but I don't remember that at all. But what I remember was RPM.
Wait, you mean
Samurai
starting that episode with a
Yeah.
Zord fight?
No, I mean original Zord fight.
Oh.
American footage Zord fight.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, this whole Zord fight was the original footage. That monster never grew big in Ryusoku.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was all.
Did it?
The whole
Really?
Zord fight.
Never?
Never.
Wait, so that means that the last sword fight where it was big, that was also original?
No. This is the beginning when the episode first started. That beginning Zord fight was original.
Wait. So let me get this straight, because my memory's
Doomsnake.
bad. Let me get this straight. So there has been times where the episode starts with a Zord fight these past 10 years.
I think so. Didn't Beast Morpher had an episode?
I don't know.
No, Beast Morphers never really had started an episode with a Zord fight. I can say right off the bat. No.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember the last time they did that, and I didn't know y'all meant specifically original Zord fight. I thought y'all meant Zord fight in general, because the last time I remember the Zord fight in general was RPM. Maybe that's because I recently watched it.
Oh no, I was talking about original footage.
Oh,
yeah. Because I don't think Power Rangers do that. I'm pretty sure they all use Sentai.
The last time they used, from what, I don't know if this is true, but from what I've heard was the only time that I've heard that they did that was I think during the one of the Power Rangers movies, I think it was Turbo, because when I look back at that footage, I saw an image that the main Zord looks different from the actual footage they use in the show, and I don't know if that's just...
Bro, every Power Ranger movie is original Zord fight.
No, nigga, that shit looks just like the Sentai footage, bro. Have you never seen that?
Nah, that Zord fight in the Turbo movie is straight up original. Even though
but then that's the only time I can think of then. Okay.
I'm
not wrong.
95 Mighty Morphin movie was the original Zord fight as well.
Even though
that was clearly, but like the Turbo one looks like it was filmed in Japan.
I get what you mean.
That fight was strictly
Yeah,
original.
it kind of looks like it would belong in a Car Ranger movie.
Oh, I thought that was dead ass like footage from Japan. I didn't know.
I never really thought about that. I just always assumed it was I knew that because like if you have like the behind the scene footage, they have like the giant guy in the suit, so you see that is American.
I mean that's so crazy though, because
I know.
They had the option to like make it completely different, but they did like they used the recipe that Japan was giving them footage for, and they were like, let's just make it as simple and as familiar as possible. That's kind of late. But this is not a Power Rangers movie video.
I mean, even looking back though, it's easy to forget it's a movie. Like sometimes it feels like.
It looks like on TV, like what is it called?
A TV movie.
Yeah, TV movie, like TV only movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, made for TV movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I used to think the Dark Wish was a movie from Mystic Force.
Bro, you're not the only one.
I swore it was a movie as a kid.
The way they were promoting it felt like it was a big old movie.
I thought it was a movie because I got it on bootleg on a DVD, so that's why I thought it was.
Nah, same. I had the DVD and it was like no skips, no intros or nothing. I thought it was a straight movie. I'm like, damn, it's kind of dope.
Facts.
But yeah, back to the goal this season, Dino Fury. So we have an original Zord fight, and it just like completely falls apart after a howl. Wait, is this monster OP? Do we think he's really OP?
Which one? The
one.
Fight.
Oh, the wolf one.
Like how the hell is he breaking apart Zords? Like,
I mean, you look at the Megazords. Their Zords are kind of like Legos, so.
True, but also like, goddamn, the guy did not go fucking down.
You were right about that.
And then just got like stabbed once.
That dude's freaking howled and the Zord fell apart. And I love how it was Ollie's Zord too. And I'm just like, this is why we don't use your combination, bro.
I was surprised that we didn't see Ollie's combination yet. I'm like, oh, we get it here.
Well, spoiler alert, is barely using Ryu Soldier. So I can see why they decided to go with it for the original footage.
Okay, I see your point.
I mean, it's used, but it's barely, bro. I can't even remember an important episode where they used like Ollie's transformation. I don't think they really would have used Pink's either if it weren't for like that Luck episode. Because that's really the only episode hers signing Ryu Soldier as well. But talking about Dino Fury though, we get to see a bird flying as they're trying to, figure out what's going on. And it ends up being Mick, right?
The Orange SPD Ranger.
Yeah, the Ninja Steel Red Ranger.
I don't even remember
but
doing that,
I don't know if it's just me, but I thought it was funny. Like the bird's just sitting there flying as they're trying to like do a plan, and then like he just continues talking about the plan as the bird goes on for a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's kind of nice. Like normally the bird will fly past, like stop what they're doing and make it a big deal, but Dino Fury kind of just seamlessly threw it in there. Because like for me, if I haven't seen the preview clip, I would have never thought that was Mick. I thought that was a regular bird in a way. But
yeah, Jay, you're right. They didn't use Ollie's formation in Ryu Soldier that much. It only got used twice, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's tough.
Trash with you and your science bullshit.
Hey, that was same for Amelia though. They barely used her as well. Now that I think about it. I mean, once they got that like champion formation, that was pretty much the go-to Zord.
Yeah, that's what they stuck with.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, Meg, I think that kind of
Amelia's formation was only used once, so we're not gonna see that again.
Yeah. Because in the Ryu Soldier, she had her focus episode where they used that. And I think really the only reason we're using it in Dino Fury was because her knocking over the building kind of matched up with the
footage.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, we can use that for Luck. And I'm like, okay, I see what you did there. And it kept the cute little pink smoke where she like does her pose. And like, so yeah, I mean, it was nice. But that might mean we get more original Zord footage since they're probably, since they use olives for this, they're probably thinking in their head like, oh, we can use more of this. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but that would be a dope, original scenes they can do with that. Now my mind's going everywhere, or they can just color correct like a different Zord. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, I think the Nick introduction was pretty cool because it's a callback to him, being a shapeshifter, which we barely seen in Ninja Steel for some weird reason.
True.
I feel like he barely used it.
I feel like he transformed more in this one episode than the whole entire season. Dude had some good transformations, so I actually liked it. Now seeing this, I kind of wish he did more in Ninja Steel, because that probably would have been the best part of it.
Nah. If they did that, they would have no reason to keep Victor and Monty.
That's true, but him being a male, like being an actual male, I thought that was pretty clever. Or him being a toy car was great for me. I thought that was funny.
The RC toy car has got to be the most convenient transformation I've ever seen him do.
That was hilarious. Not even gonna lie.
Okay,
they all show up like, where is he? He's a toy car.
Okay, but also, is it bad that I fucking forgot he could shapeshift? And I was like, when the fuck did he start shapeshifting?
Me too. Like, he shapeshifted the first episode when he was like falling. He turned to like that ball, and that was like the only time I ever seen him do it.
I remember. I think the first thing I saw him turn into was a mop. If I was correct.
Oh yeah, he was the mop. Yeah, in the first episode. That's what I'm saying. He had all these transformations the first episode. Never again.
Every time he morphs, you still see parts of his hair, like in some of his morphs.
Exactly.
That was hilarious, though. I love. Well, I had a theory. This was dumb, but I was thinking to myself, like, this was like during Ninja Steel days, obviously. But it was a dumb theory because I've technically never seen the season. I just always like skipped over it. But like I always thought, like, yo, what if Mick was like the prism and he was just shape shifting? But then I watched the show and I'm like, nope, there goes that theory. But no, that's just some dumb shit I was just saying. But yeah, back to the introduction.
Zato was not fucking with him though.
I was gonna say, back to the introduction. I did like how Zato was just like, listen, bro, we got our own shit to worry about. We ain't got time for you. Like, straight up, that's some goated shit though. Like, and it makes sense too, bro. Like, your Zord just like fell apart, and like literally some strange ass dude with weird hairs coming up to you, talk about some, hey dude, you want to help me solve my shit? Like, bro,
do you want a fucking selfie?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that really like solidified Zato as a leader, and I like that.
I love that.
I mean, I feel like he could have handled it like better, often flicking him off, and he's like, "Bro, get the fuck out of here, bro." Like, but like, still, that shows that he's concerned about his team's priorities, though. That's what I like, though. Like,
Zato was not having it.
If you were currently fighting a monster that just took down your most powerful weapon, I also would want to just say fuck you to anyone who is also trying to add their problems to mine.
And on top of that, bro, Zato's been like out of the loop for a really fucking long time. So like, obviously he don't have perfect social skills. So maybe, yeah, he could have told him fuck off a better way. But like, come on, you can't blame the guy.
Right now I'm gonna make sure people remember.
But all right, can we say this though? Is this a redemption for Mick?
Nick didn't need a redemption. He's already the GOAT.
He was.
Wait, y'all
really
like Mick and Ninja Steel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we didn't like involving Mick was just the way he was delivering the lessons sometimes. But
I don't know. I kind of felt like
considering
Mick
the rest of what we got out of Mick, it wasn't. Since it wasn't all of Mick, it was easy to get over for me. That's the easiest way for me to put it.
I feel like Mick didn't even do anything in Ninja Steel. Like, I feel like he was just there just because he's Kelson, and he wasn't necessarily involved in the story or pushing it forward.
He was the one that was making their stars.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't care for his character. he
Redbox
just
can't
showed
do
up
it.
every week with a new weapon. Like, here you go, Rangers. Like, okay, cool. And
Hey,
gave
he
a
still
Yeah,
got
it's
that
like
arm
a
though.
fun side character, and as far as side characters go, he's not the worst that they
I
come
was
to.
gonna say, but I mean, for a boring season, you got to come
Yeah.
harder
Now,
than
granted,
just
he
a fun
didn't.
side character.
Now, granted, he didn't have to worry. He didn't have to like. They didn't really have to like make that whole deal about him trying to blend in at the school when he was going to be in the garage the entire time anyway. Because it was like
Right.
what
I
the
mean,
second episode.
I guess he had to like work at the school for it to not be weird.
That
He
makes
is always
yeah
in the garage.
Did he get
yeah.
paid? Now I'm curious.
Did he
Well,
get
she hired him just
Look,
without even checking the credentials.
man, if Mick got paid out of that, that would have been funny.
I mean, but she probably. Can we say this though? Is this a redemption for Mick?
Nick didn't need a redemption.
I
He's
don't.
already the
Yeah,
GOAT.
he was. He was.
Wait,
He wasn't
y'all
really
like Mick and
problematic at
Nikki
all.
still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we didn't like involving Mick was just the way he was delivering the lessons sometimes. But
I don't
honestly,
know. I kind
that's
of felt like
considering
Mick was.
considering the rest of what we got out of Mick, it wasn't since it wasn't all of Mick. It was easy to get over for me. That's the easiest way
Well,
for me to put it.
I feel like Nick didn't even do any. Mick didn't even do anything in Ninja Still. Like I feel like he was just there just because he's Kelson, and he wasn't
Yeah,
necessarily like
yeah.
I mean, he was
involved
the
in the
one
story or
making.
pushing it forward.
He
Yeah,
was the one that was making their stars.
Yeah.
That's but that if that's I don't know. I didn't care for his character. He
Redbox
just
can't
showed
do
up
it.
every week with a new weapon. Like here you go, Rangers. Like okay, cool, and
Hey,
gave
he
a
Yeah,
still got
it's
that
like
arm
a
though.
fun side character, and as far as side characters go, he's not the worst that they
I
come
was
to.
gonna say, but I mean, for a boring season, you got to come
Yeah.
harder
Now,
than
granted,
just a fun side
Now,
character.
granted, he didn't have to worry. He didn't have to like. They didn't really have to like make that whole deal about him trying to blend in at the school when he was going to be in the garage the entire time anyway. Because it was like
Right.
what
I
the
mean,
second episode.
I guess he had to like work at the school for it to not be weird.
That
He
makes
is always
yeah
in the garage.
Did he get
yeah.
paid? Now I'm curious.
Did he
Well,
get
she hired him just
Look,
without even checking the credentials.
man, if Mick got paid out of that, that would have been funny.
I mean, but she probably. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, because if you apply for a job, right, your social and everything's tied to it. So it's
Yeah,
like
he made
the
up
guy
for
she
it.
probably thought she hired is probably getting paid for not even working. He's probably at home somewhere just getting money, while Mick is over there working for free.
Yeah.
But then
You know
again, Mick
what?
probably doesn't even know what getting paid is.
You know what's funny? This is you're actually right about that. This is a little off topic, but when Ninja Steel had first started and that episode came up, it was like the second episode when he first got to the school and the teacher thought that he was one of the new teachers. I legit thought that they were gonna start something up between him and that teacher. I don't know what it was. I
Oh my
think it was
gosh.
just the way that I think it was just the way that like she delivered like her lines and the way she was talking to Mick. I'm like, are they about to start flirting in a few episodes? But
Alien sex? Question mark.
Anyway, next topic.
you
So,
got
It's
something
a
against alien
horny
sex?
day.
but yeah, so it's Mick, which for the most part, I really liked how as soon as he showed up, Zato didn't immediately go, "Oh my God, hey Mick," blah blah. I like really liked how he just straight up was like, "Bro, our Zora just got destroyed. We have our own problems. We can't help you," right? And left it as that. Now, yeah, maybe he was a little dick about it, but I mean, come on, like, right? He don't know how to communicate. He don't even know he's being rude, probably.
Yeah, but it was even funnier how Mick somehow found his way to get back to the Rangers. Like, what are the chances that dude was like, I need to go to the quickest source of computers and internet, and it was at their fucking job.
Like Buzz Glass has the
Yeah,
computers in the whole town,
that's what
apparently.
I'm saying.
But no, yeah, that was hilarious. How fucking he turns into a mailback. Well, a mail package. Did anyone else read the package and seeing that it said Shortland Street?
No, I didn't read it.
So the package says Shortland Street. Do y'all know what show that is?
No.
No.
So Shortland Street is a famous show in New Zealand where a lot of Ranger actors started on.
What?
So
Wow.
if you watch that show, you'll see like Pua on there. You'll see a lot of Ninja Storm Rangers on that show.
Oh,
You'll
wait a
see
minute.
like
Wait a minute. Was that like a doctor
That's
show or
fire.
something?
it's a soap opera. It's not really a doctor show. It's not like
Because I remember Sally Martin. I know she and Pua were on a show together.
yeah, Shortland Street. That's what that is. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of Ranger actors was on that show,
Okay.
and Simon Bennett worked on that show too. So that
What?
that was a cool
Wow.
nod. That is
Oh,
that.
Simon.
Showing respect to their actors' roots. I love that.
That's dope.
Props for them.
Bro, I'm
Yeah,
telling y'all, this dude Simon doing more than he needs to, bro. He's killing it.
It's tight.
Much better than
So-
Jonathan.
Good
I
stuff.
actually appreciate that we see Chance at work because that was one of my complaints. I'm like, bro, didn't Chance get hired there? Why is he not working? Like, we literally never seen him work there since he's been hired, and I thought that was pretty cool. He walked in there with Amelia, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Wait, can we talk about how J-Borg finally
My
stopped
guy,
playing?
his name is Javi.
Oh, you're right. I keep saying Chance, bro. Like, come on, Chance Perez. Like,
Bro, we're
Excuse
calling
me.
him Chance.
No.
excuse me. I'm
No,
sorry.
please.
Calling him Chance. He plays.
Chance is
he
very
plays-
high, but I am sympathy for Javi.
But
please.
yes, the next scene is a Jay Borg scene, which I will admit, bro, it didn't piss me off.
It was one and done.
Thank
I love
you.
that scene. That was actually one of the better scenes in the episode
Bro,
for me.
I'm not even gonna lie. I got really used to J-Borg. You know why? Because they made her really annoying in the first two episodes, and then they're like, oh, they probably while filming they're like, yeah, we kind of wrote her kind of annoying. Let's cool
tone it down a bit.
Let's tone it down.
Yeah,
And now,
Yeah.
and now you can tell that they did tone it. I don't know if that was on purpose, but like you can tell that she's very toned down to the point that I am used to her, and now it doesn't even bug me when she's on the screen. I'm like, oh, time for J-Borg, and that's it. If it was cool, it was cool. If it wasn't cool, it doesn't really bother me because it's not like J-Borg's being annoying. It's just J-Borg being a side character because you always have those side characters that it's like they don't really put nothing to the story, but it doesn't irritate you. You know what I mean?
Let's not act like she didn't profile my boy Mick though. Like she just assumed he ain't worked there, you know, because he an alien. I don't know.
How did she know that he's an alien though? That's not.
I mean,
I don't think she knew that he was an alien. She just said, "Hey, you don't work here. Don't use the employee
what the fuck?
computers."
my boy could have been a mechanic or anything. He dressed like a mechanic, bro.
Regardless, bro, did you not see the scene? He's over here on his knees using the computer like a weirdo. What are you talking about?
Nah, that was funny though. I just went up to the one guy like, "What's up, Sammy?" or so whatever. Nigga like,
Like, that's not my name.
My name
I'm
is
saying.
David.
but
Bro, I'm
was-
telling you, these jokes are I'm actually impressed of how I'm laughing a lot watching Power Rangers again. Like, it's
I
not
love how
the
Stan has
funniest
been
shit
here.
ever, but it's funny.
Did y'all notice how Stan has been here like every episode, but he's just like there, but he's not. He don't have dialogue, but he's just there every episode. I don't
What
know. if that's-
the secretary dude?
Yeah, he's like, I'm Stan. Yeah, they called him like the wrong name.
Yeah, people were thinking he was Void Knight. I remember that shit. I'm not letting y'all get away with that.
Hey, my theory. Hear me out. I still think he's Void Knight. That's my theory.
Alright.
Bro.
This episode proves Void Knight is more human than we thought he was. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? My boy Stan be wearing purple every episode.
Please.
My boy Stan be wearing purple every
The
episode.
Iceman cometh.
Hey, Stan be wearing purple. It's Power Rangers. You know how
What
they
killed
be.
the dinosaurs?
I guess,
But
bro.
but back to the episode. So yeah, Jay Borg chases Mick. Mick turns to a ball. You know, another transformation. You know,
Mhm.
cool. He's a basketball. Makes sense. Bounces everywhere. Splash the cake. Hits Jane. And that's it from Jane. Won't see her ever again. And then the ball bounces out the store.
But we really don't see her ever again.
R.I.P. Jane only lasted till episode 8.
We don't see her again. Damn, that's really all we saw. Oh damn! I'm looking through the episode right now. That's literally the last time we saw them.
Even J Borg though, like once she like once he leaves, she gives up chasing him, and it's just going
Shit.
by.
Shit.
She's like, yeah, no, this is outside my programming.
Bro, I'm glad J-Borg wasn't wearing that ugly ass wig, bro, from the last episode. That's for sure.
It's not the same wig.
Nah,
Right.
bro. She had like a shorter one, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?" She came with different wigs.
If you see a Sporix, no, I'm joking. So yeah,
Chill.
Mick, turns back human, in the middle of downtown. No one notices for some reason.
That's what I was saying.
But then
We get that fire team up morph that we got teased
Yes,
like the
sir.
first week of the show's like real announcements and shit. Like,
and for everyone who was talking shit about my boy Zato Morphin Time, it sounded fine this episode. I know everyone's seen that Morphin Time in the trailer and thought, oh, this is going to be some weak shit. He actually sounded pretty good. He had basically.
I'll say he did.
talking about that, yeah.
Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we get the fire morph call. The other Rangers come in and join them, and it was a pretty good scene. Anyone else can jump in on it, but I thought the fight was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The one where they all morphed together in front of Buzz Blast.
Yeah,
I fucking love that scene.
That was that was a really good instant morph.
Yeah, and
and
then we get the original footage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the whole fight was pretty much original for the most part.
Bro.
I mean, 90% of the episode's original.
Bro. God, bro, they're going crazy this episode.
I did like how Izzy made that joke. Fuck, what was it? I can't remember.
Bro, I don't know why.
Speaking of Izzy, by the way, holy shit, has she been just getting the golden field of one-liners this season?
Literally, I'm here for it.
She has the best one-liners
for anything.
in every single episode, and it's great.
Yeah, Amelia and Izzy definitely stole the one-liner spotlight this episode.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Team Amelia.
And she getting some love. I see you, Amelia, getting some love out here. You know what I'm saying? Hunter,
Amelia doing her thing.
You know the vibes. Did Ali even say anything this episode?
Barely.
Barely.
That's
Zord, bro,
things.
if your Zord got bodied like that, you think you'd want to talk to us in the episode, bro?
My boy got embarrassed.
I think after his Zord getting demolished so easily, I don't think he needs to say anything.
Well, I guess the Morphin Masters
my
handle all
plan
the logical
failed.
parts.
Like, I don't think I should
well,
talk.
goddamn. And
But-
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that bewilders me. The wolf monster, was so powerful that he destroyed the Megazord from their base ground form.
Literally, bro. He was on the floor and destroyed. I'm like, bro, he is so OP.
I'm like, god damn, this thing's annoying.
Yeah,
Hey, if Void Knight was smart, I would have kept that dude on the backfield and just used them to destroy Zords. Like, I would have never used them for the fight. I would have said, all right, you did your thing.
Why did Void Knight trust Boom Tower in the first place?
Because he's a general.
And he built him, so he has to do one job.
Yeah.
And can we talk about
one
the
job that
fucking
he's
breakup?
consistently failed to do.
We talk about what?
Can we talk about the breakup between Boom Tower and Void Knight?
To be fair to Void Knight,
Fine, but I get the dog.
Yeah, he was like, don't come back, but I get the dog.
Like, if you fail, don't come back.
The dads are getting divorced.
But then we lost the dog and Boom Tower, so.
And then he was like to Miki, he's like, you see, set this as an example. He was like, to not be like him. Like,
I swear to God, Void Knight and Boom Tower are just the weird 2.5 men raising mucus.
Men.
So 2.5 for it?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So then Zato finally agrees to help Mick. So Zato like, you know what? Fuck it, let's help this weird nigga. He helps them out, takes them to their base. Mick, and this is where we get the golden, most perfect team up I never thought I needed. Mick and Solon, bro. Them two
Bro,
together
they were
is
funny,
so
bro.
good.
They were funny, bro.
They were great.
I can really see them like being the parents of the Power Rangers. Unfortunately, Mick left, but that would have been pretty cool to keep Mick around for that reason. You know?
Right, bro. Like they should have just made Ninja Steel just him.
He goes, "You guys have a kitchen?" She's like, yeah." He goes, "I'm hungry." She's like, "Yeah, me too."
I'm like, I'm hungry. Yeah, me too. Let's go make a snack.
So then,
can we talk
I guess
about?
they create,
Wait,
I guess, a dog treat for.
Wait, hold on. Let Chris talk.
Can we talk about how? I don't know what if this is before what we're talking about at the moment, but can we talk about how, although Zato was discouraged and he didn't want to like trust a word Mick was saying, but he had a reason to because he was going through the stress of just recently losing his Zord, right, and not knowing who Mick is, right? Mind you, I don't know if it's just my inner Beast Morphers hater.
Oh,
Remember
God.
that episode when Devin didn't believe shit Keeper was saying?
For
no reason? For no reason?
Shit.
They
Maybe if he had the Morphin Master or the Prism to
No.
explain it to him, he'll believe it.
That's not the thing, though. Zato already believed it before even seeing the Prism. Yeah, Zato didn't need no dumbass reason to believe something.
That just shows how petty the Morphin Masters is. I was like, "Oh, you don't believe us? Let me throw this meter at you."
That's what I'm saying, though. But I'm just saying, Zato's already a better Red than Devin.
Listen, we are not pinning the two black goated Red Rangers together.
How are you gonna call him goated? How are you a Power Ranger? You don't even believe in the Morphin Grid.
I'll just say, listen, Zato and Devin's the two best Reds we had in the last decade. Okay. give Devin his props, bro. I would take Devin over Tyler.
I would very
Troy,
much like to
Jaden.
debate that at some point, but I'm not going to because this episode's probably going to be long enough.
Yeah, because we know whose side.
I'm about to say, bro, we got to get to this Morphin Master part. Episode long.
Nah,
so,
oh my god, I have a lot to say about this whole Morphin Master stuff.
We're almost there. So we get to the part where Mick and Solon works together. They create whatever they're creating. Then the Rangers get to the dock to find the prism because they found out it was by the lake. Hint, hint. And they get to it. We see the prism in all its beautiful glory. And Zato walks up to it. And whew, this is where the episode takes a turn. Actually, real quick, before we get to that Morphin Master part, when Mick pulled out his database thing, he said this is for like all the histories of the Rangers. Did anyone else thought he was gonna like show previous clips, like the Dino?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
like,
I was hoping that was.
Absolutely.
I was hoping
we were gonna have another Legacy of Power
kind of
moment.
disappointing, but still.
He just shows the prism. I'm like, oh, okay.
Dude, basically, Mick has all of Ranger Wiki on his phone.
For a decade or so then I gotta show clips now.
This is about to be.
I am simply wondering, how many Ranger teams did he actually visit? Because he said there was a lot.
He said he took photos with like 300 or some shit, right? He said I've taken photos with like 200 like Rangers or some shit.
He said 40.
He said 40 Ranger teams.
40 Rangers.
Like,
he said 40 teams. I mean,
I don't know if
he
said teams. He said Rangers, but I guess.
I think he said teams because if he said teams, then my guess of 400 is still valid.
He said 40 Rangers total. That's how I interpret it. Like he said 40 Rangers.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like he meant teams, though. There's no way he just took every single Ranger's picture, like a single Ranger, and not like the whole entire team. I feel like it had to be the team.
Well, then again,
I mean, can we think about?
And
can we think about when Power Rangers disband? They don't just stay in one place together. Like, use your brain.
Space Rangers, like, they're all living together.
Yeah, like bro, like.
Fair, but that's also quite a bit of dimension hopping.
What
possibly.
season are we talking about?
I mean, the Dino Thunder Rangers, they all have different lives. You know what I'm saying?
Unless we're talking Samurai, where they just randomly eat lunch together.
Because
So-
remember in Dino Thunder,
Bro, you have to shit. Like,
cause
you order the throw it. You gotta finish it, Jaden.
remember Dino Thunder Rangers. Well, after they defeated Megalog, they fucking like went their separate ways, and they only saw each other when they had to reunite for the high school reunion. So like
which was like
With
a 1 year reunion.
exactly. So they probably never saw each other again.
That was like when Power Rangers had a little bit of knowledge to them.
Facts.
The Morphin Masters.
Yeah, let's get to that. Let's get to that. Let's get to
That
that.
part was already on anyway. So the Rangers get to the dock. Zato touches the prism, right? Which I was like mind blown. I don't know if it's just me, but for some reason I was really mind blown to see Zato in a Ninja Steel prism.
Bro, I was mind blown because they actually used his mind control powers for a reason. That's a well played in thing that I don't know if Simon pointed that out from like episode 1 of when they made his character being able to like read minds, but like that's actually dope. That I'm telling you, bro. At that moment, I had to text the group chat. I was like, "Yo, bro, these niggas are putting so much attention to." I was like, "They built different, bro." I've never seen because this is one thing. Power Rangers is not the greatest show of all time. We will love it to death, but it's like when you compare, like I watched Captain America Winter Soldier just before this, right? In the writing in that, right? I'm not saying it's the same, but I'm just saying like there's different levels to how much detail that's in writing for a show, right? Like Captain America Winter Soldier, that's like teen to adult type family show, right? Power Rangers is like kids to family show type of show, right? Like it's like in the kids show category. There's sometimes when kid shows have such attention to detail. Power Rangers hasn't had that in such a long time, and they did that here. That shit blew my mind because I'm like, yo, bro, like they're putting in so much effort for a kids show right now. Like even from seasons even before Neo Saban, they're putting like they're executing things like that they lacked like in previous seasons, and I'm like, yo, bro, this season going down in the Bucks, bro. Like
I was
don't
wondering
know.
where you were going with that Winter Soldier reference.
No.
Yeah, I was
I'm just
kind of
saying,
wondering
but
where
you-
the
I don't know,
thing was going in the first place.
Because I was basically saying, like, I can appreciate the levels of attention to detail when in production and writing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm
things
not
like-
entirely
like things
sure
that-
if it's attention to detail. It's more just they're consistent with their characters.
So that's what I
Not
mean.
just
though, like,
in
that's
writing.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean, though. 'Cause I'm over here
They're
watching
consistent.
RPM. I'm over here watching RPM. The so-called one of the best seasons of all time. I watched that one sitting straight. There's a lot of things that are very inconsistent that turns me off completely sometimes when watching that show. I still love that show, but I was like, what the fuck? Like, I get it's a kid's show, but I'm like, that shit pissed me off.
Chris, that was your
Like,
problem.
I'm watching this, and I'm like, yo, I'm not even I haven't even found anything to complain about with consistency, like meaning. Like, this is, they're fucking doing their thing. You know what I'm saying?
We got to give them their props.
That's what I'm saying.
But
like,
you kind of went into RPM thinking it was the best season ever. That kind of
regardless though, if there's like writing inconsistencies, I'm gonna call them out for that. I don't give a fuck if it's the best season. I don't care if it's the worst. You know?
For sure. I got you. So yeah,
There is something like it's just Dino Fury so far it's got this level of character consistency that we have not experienced for the longest time in Power Rangers.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Like, I never feel like an ability of the characters is just forgotten or like just inconveniently written out of the story. Like fucking Nick shapeshifting, where like they only used it once, and then I forgot he even had that.
Yeah, and here, the first chance they get, they actually use it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shows that they care.
Like, they give special powers to characters, and Dino Fury actually fucking uses them, and it's great.
I mean, I
I,
knew we were gonna get some shit like that once I seen like episode 1 where Zato kind of knocked the henchman
I
into
mean,
the
that's the thing, though.
transmitter,
There's a lot of
and like
seasons that
you just like,
promise
oh,
us.
cool, he knocked him into the transmitter, and then episode 3, the transmitter don't work, and you're like, oh shit, that kind of makes sense why it stopped working. And I thought shit, little things like that, pretty much
Mm-hmm.
showed me like, yeah, we're gonna get a lot of that this season.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying though, because that's what I'm saying though. Like there's not even just Neil Saban. There's so many seasons that they just wing it. Like they put something into the show and they never use it again. Right?
Just still.
Not that's what I'm saying. Though. Not even just Neil Saban seasons. There were seasons that I've seen before that they just don't really use the things that they put in that they could. They either just forget about it. It could be such a well loved and written show, but they just like miss on the mark on some points in the show, like things like powers or things like qualities and character, like descriptions and shit, right? Like that in Dino Fury. Like I know maybe I'm just like maybe what Jay said, like maybe I'm just like seeing something more that's already there, but like they haven't had that problem, and it's really surprising because it's like from watching one of the like shows that we remember as being so great, like there was things that they didn't have, and Dino Fury are like learning from those mistakes, and they're trying to be the best season possible, and little things like that are showing me that they're honestly trying to do that because it's a lot of seasons that they just wing it, and if people they forget details, they just forget them. Dino Fury is like, no, we gotta remember them because we gotta show that the fans that we're trying to be consistent. And I'm thinking right now because they're currently still filming the second half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're seeing how we're seeing the show as right now. They're seeing that we're like very impressed, and they see that, bro. This that we're all saying thank you. This is such a relief of like stress because of how the bullshit we had to go for these 10 years of just lack of effort, and they're like, we got to keep that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like I hope they are because they already showed us that even without our feedback, they've decided to put that upon themselves to actually try and put that effort, and that's why I'm like mind blown and shit because it's like for Power Rangers this is cool as even as a Power Ranger fan. I don't know if someone who's not a Power Ranger fan might feel the same way, but as a Power Ranger fan, I really love that when writers actually care that much, even though they know that this is possibly the last season on Nickelodeon and that it's gonna get rebooted anyway. But they're like, nah, if we're gonna do something, we're gonna knock it out of the park. Something that Beast Morphers couldn't do, in my opinion. But
Just gotta do that Beast Morphers job.
you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I
mean, to them, no, it does seem like this time around, it feels more like a passion than like just a job to them.
Yeah,
exactly. It seems like something they actually are passionate about and care about, and that's really trying. Yeah. And it's nice to hear that Saban doesn't have those strict mandates that they normally had because he's out the picture. Which is really nice to see it improve on screen. So
I'm about to cry, bro.
I got some tissues for you, bro. But that's not even the best part though, because this episode hits you with this motherfucking. Is this the key to all plot points? Question mark.
Most plot points, I would say.
Plot holes, yes.
Let's be real.
I love plot points.
Insert an image of Ghostface saying, there's an explanation, and put Morphic Masters. Please do that.
Listen, I'm glad they used Ninja Steel and made it an actual purpose. Because I was ready to delete it from my mind. I was ready to delete it from my mind. And I'm not gonna lie, people are gassing it on like Twitter and shit, saying that they revived Ninja Steel. Like I'm like, hell no. Like what the fuck
they revived the concepts.
Yeah, and I'm like what the fuck are you talking about?
They did do one thing for me. They gave me a tiny tingle where like they showed Levi. I was like, aw. But then I realized who the fuck I was. I'm like, nah, I'm back now, guys. I'm good. But yeah, so he touches the prism. He uses what is it? Telekinesis? What powers?
Yeah, telekinesis.
And then he like reads the
Wait, no,
prism,
telepathy.
which I don't.
Telekinesis is moving stuff.
Oh, right. You're right. Telepathy. You're right.
I really thought it was a prism, but then Chris reminded me that he does have telekinetic or whatever powers, and that's probably what it was. Why he read the prism. But I always thought it was just a prism. I thought anyone can touch it and they'll like see the visions. I don't know, but I guess it could just be a Zato.
I mean, the morphing master. No, because that's the thing though. I think the morphing master is like sent him a specific or not maybe not direct morphing master, but at least the ninja steel. Like it chooses what the person wants to see, and I feel like Zato was just like, nah, nigga, I'm choosing myself, and then he just saw every single thing he could have.
Yeah, that probably was it.
You know what I mean?
But then we see Beast Morphers, that scene where Steel... Yo, tell me why... I know it's a joke that Nate is known for crying, but the one time he looks back... the one time he looks back at Beast Morphers,
I got mad as fuck. I'm like, what the fuck?
When Steel dies?
Oh, literally, like...
Yo, shit, I just realized something.
It was like they watched that nigga die.
No, the main explanation I got why they showed that particular scene. Because the Morphing Master saw that scene when Steel himself went into the morphing grid.
And then they turned him human and shit.
Yeah.
In a way, I thought, because wouldn't it be funny if he never turned into...
They only can see what the morphing grid sees. And the morphing grid just saw Steel dying.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the Morphing Master saw that.
Wouldn't it be funny if Steel never like got revived and he just died, and they still showed that scene when Zeta was reading it, and it was just going to show. It's kind of like that meme of they were like God witnessing racism, COVID-19, and not doing anything. Like that would have been funny as fuck.
You'll still be alive right now. Witnessing you up.
Facts. The fucking. Yeah, you know what I mean. The Morphing Master's witnessing that nigga dying and not doing anything. That would have been funny as fuck.
That shit would have been funny. They should have did that, honestly.
Real, bro. Give that nigga a real reason to cry. That nigga was crying every fucking
bro.
week.
There's so much we got to talk about, bro, but I forgot to mention this, and I really want to say this before I forget it.
What up?
But this is, like, kind of breaking news. I don't know if it's, like, hit Twitter yet.
What up?
But New Zealand is easing off on the travel ban thing. So now anyone who previously worked in New Zealand and that lives in the U.S. can come back to New Zealand without going through the government shit.
Beast Morpher crossover, possibly.
And Dino Fury is still filming right now. Just saying.
Wait, what's the point of whispering? Let's fucking go!
Let's not get our hopes up.
Yeah, but it's not confirmed that they're coming back.
Them niggas.
Let's not have any expectations.
I know it is confirmed though.
What?
Jordan
fight as gold. Let's fucking go.
Shut the fuck up.
I saw that coming a mile away. I saw that coming.
No, but like, yeah, I thought that's pretty cool because
the Dino gems and the Ender gems.
With this Morphin Master shit going on now, they can bring anybody back at this point. They can bring Ninja Steel, Beast Morphers, Dino Chargers if they wanted to.
Look, as much as I love the Dino Charger Rangers,
they came back every time.
Yeah, can we
give them a break. Give me Beast Morphers.
If I see Coda one more time, I'm gonna flip. I mean, I'm not complaining if Shelby comes back.
They about to bring Kendricks.
I'm not complaining about a Dino Charge Ranger coming back. Like, goddamn.
Wow. Listen, Tyler, cool. You can bring him back, bro. I'm cool with Tyler. It makes sense. He's a knight.
Utilize.
Listen. They about to bring Kendricks back, and then she's about to be like. They about to talk the Jordan fight, right? She's about to be like, the Morphing Master saved me from when I died, right?
Oh
and
my
she's like,
God.
And then she hands him the power. No, I'm bullshitting.
Don't bring nobody old back. I'm sorry. I don't want to see no Mighty Morphin actors. I don't want to see no Turbo, no In Space. I don't want to see no old actors come back, bro.
Wow, so no TJ? That's
no.
Yeah, no.
Listen,
TJ?
I love TJ, but
TJ, nah, you know what? TJ's coming back, nigga. No, he's
cool.
not. Never mind.
But
never
nah.
mind.
Bro, we've got these niggas for Legendary
Carlos?
Battle, Ninja Steel, and they old, bro. They not doing nothing, bro.
No more Rangers. No more Rangers. Rangers in general. Okay, we're done with seeing them. Bring back the Disney era ones.
Listen, Austin St. John ruined it for me, bro. I don't want to see nobody old no more because we seen what happened with Jason, bro. That ruined it for me. Nobody old come back.
Not even Aisha.
He's cool though.
I don't want to see Aisha. No. What is she gonna
No,
need?
Carlos?
She gonna need like 30 stunt doubles.
Nah, but let us have the first Black Red Ranger.
I don't
the
listen.
Power Rangers come back. You
I
know?
love Walker, bro.
But it's
but
the
don't
first.
bring these
It's the
niggas
first
back.
gold. It's the first Black Gold Ranger. So why not the first Black Red Ranger? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Go crazy.
I don't want to see nobody old. They not doing shit.
Oh,
I'm
but if it
sorry.
was somebody
I
from
don't even
Time
want, bro.
Force, then you would not complain, right?
Tommy really the best we gonna get when it come to old actors because he out here doing his own stuff. But
bring back Casey.
Bring back who?
Casey.
Oh, listen.
Casey.
The Time Force
Casey.
Yellow. Time Force
Oh,
Yellow.
Jungle Fury?
Listen. Time Force Yellow, bro.
Whitewash
Be
Fury?
like, Time Force Yellow gonna be like, nah, I feel you. I feel you, Izzy. I be ripping my skirts off too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! Listen, anyone from
You guys had a skirt to rip off?
That's Scott. Yeah, he's the king of Scott at this point.
Listen, this is what I would say. I would love to see anyone Ninja Storming up. I'll go with.
Dang, no one from Time Force. I'm surprised from you.
Listen, I love Time Force, but these niggas is old, bro. They not doing nothing, bro. They ruined it for me. Like, they are just sitting there standing around saying, oh, Earth is good with you Super Ninja Steel Rangers here.
And they be saying, I don't believe in systematic racism and systemic racism.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Literally, Rocky.
I don't believe in the pandemic.
Rocky only role was to fuck up the name of the show and call them Super Ninja Steel Rangers. Like, why would you call them Super Ninja Steel Rangers? They're Ninja Steel. Like don't put super, it just ruins it for me, bro.
Don't add the super. The super was not necessary.
TJ, what, bro? All right, we love TJ, right? What did he do? What did TJ do? He came back for 2 seasons. What did he do?
Exactly.
Well, he helped figure out how to confuse the Psycho Rangers.
These old ass people, bro, don't bring them back. I love them, but they're not doing nothing.
Okay, what about Damon? Come on, bro. You gotta show respect to the first Black.
Okay, Megaforce. What did Damon do?
He came back.
Oh shoot, damn.
Exactly. These niggas is old, bro. What I'm saying is, listen, I even Dino Thunder and Ninja Storm is kind of pushing that at this point because I was like, what, 20 years ago? But I mean,
let's get SPD Red. That nigga's not doing nothing.
Yeah, Jack.
I want to tell you,
Brandon Joy, let's go.
Bro.
Let's just do it.
He's
I really want to tell you,
doing things. He's still acting. He's got a whole show with Josh Peck, bro.
Yo, he doing his thing.
Yeah, he can come back. He's dope. He's like a cop on the show right now, so he can do.
Shit, wait a minute. Wild ass fucking crossover.
Right.
Yo, these Morphin Masters is lit though. You feel me, bro? They created the Dino Gems. They created the Energy, bro. We got them out here bringing Kendricks back to life. We got these fools out here saving Steel, bro. They probably created the Lost Galaxy swords because I'm not hip and don't know the exact name for them. Quest Savers.
Quasar Savers.
Croissants.
Croissants.
But yeah, let's talk about this shit, bro. The possibilities are endless, bro.
The Morphin Masters, we already had a whole conversation about that.
Yeah, I really blew my load on that.
I kind of just want to move on. I kind of just want to move on to like the fight or something, or to talk about how the Nexus Prism kind of went to like.
Bro, this is
ocean.
a big deal. All right, we need something on the Morphin Masters because this is now a different video. We need you guys to tough it up and stick it through one more time.
Like, they
Let's
didn't
be surprised.
They really
Holy
didn't.
Shit, the Morphin Masters.
Yeah, when Zato was like verbally saying that the Morphin Masters created different powers, they didn't have to give different examples other than the Ninja Nexus Prism. But I love the fact that they added that extra touch, not just with the Ninja Nexus Prism, but with the Dino Gems of the past, and then showing that they made another set of powers for another universe.
it made sense while the Dino charged Energems and Dino charged Dino Gems are.
Dino Thunder.
Why are they so similar? Well, because it was made by the same person. Ding, ding, ding. Like, yes.
Yes.
Hey, listen, I don't want to listen. I'm just saying. A guy tried to show off by making 5 Dino Gems. A woman doubled his power and made 10 Energems.
And
Limit
now it
break. Just
made
wanted to say that.
sense why the Energems chose to bond with certain people because the Morphin Masters was observing them. They're like, you know what? I will let you know when you bond.
Yep.
Perfect. Same with Lost Galaxy,
And that would
bro. With the
also
croissant sabers. Like, they can choose who the saber bonds with. It's perfect, bro. Like,
It all makes sense.
thank you, Simon, for making my life so much easier and making an actual lore make sense. But I'm about to open a whole like can of worms, bro. So the comics, right? Because I gotta say, the Morphin Masters exist in the comics, right?
Oh, we're gonna be here all night.
Were they doing all this shit in the comics the whole time?
It's been a while since I read Beyond the Grid because that's where they got more of their description energy. Well, the
In the
Shattered Grid
comics, the
series,
Morphin Masters was fighting and shit, bro. They was
and the Shattered Grid and the Beyond the Grid stuff. That's when they got more of their attention and focus and stuff. They weren't showing the Morphin Masters do this, but they were definitely doing stuff, including
they were
fighting.
living beings, like living on Altar, right? They were like actually living on Altar, fighting the shit.
I don't even remember where
These
they were
warriors,
living.
like, I'm just gonna assume these are like different Morphin Masters. They can't be the same.
Are you thinking of Zordon and his people?
No, I'm thinking of the actual Morphin Masters.
Okay, that's what. Okay, just want to make sure you want to make sure.
Yeah, I think these people are different Morphin Masters because these ones seem I don't know. Anyways, what was I saying before we stop? Oh yeah,
Make an introduction.
so the Morphin Masters are the reason for all of these plot holes and plot devices and all the other crazy shit. And it makes sense. Like, we can literally say they were the reason Kendrick came back, or they're the reason Steel got brought back to life, or fuck it, they're the reason why Troy had his dreams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that really helps, and I thought it was pretty dope.
They're the
That
reason
Dino
that
Fury.
Troy went Super Saiyan.
Yeah. They gave Troy Super Saiyan.
You have a mission to fulfill! Robo Knight!
Okay. I know we tried on Troy a lot, but you gotta admit, he has some lungs on that guy, his actor.
He got some fists too. He be abusing his girl and shit, right?
Hey.
And
So,
that's the
Deca,
last question.
what's your...
God damn it.
So, Deca, you want to steal the floor?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, man.
Alright, I have a lot to say on this. I really like this episode because of this whole morphing grid thing, because, like, I feel like in past seasons, they didn't really, like, tap into, like, what the morphing grid does, how it works, and stuff like that. And I feel like they were building that up until this season finally clarified, because this season gave us all the information we need to know. They told us how it works, they told us its origin, they told us who or what gave the Rangers their powers. It gave us the information that I know that a lot of fans have been like dying to know for like the past like 20 or 30 years or something, and it's pretty exciting to see.
Alright, so, like, here's the thing, though.
Agreed.
I'm glad that, like, this sort of does still, that this, like, description of the Morphin Masters and the Morphing Grid perfectly lines up with, like, everything we've known about the Morphing Grid before. Because it wouldn't really make sense for the Morphing Grid to be sentient by itself. But you have the Morphing Masters, sentient beings who have power over the grid, not over the grid. They draw their power from the grid. Because the grid, as it has been established in, like, Beast Morphers and stuff, is literally just a pure energy source. Like, the comics have established it as just energy. Just plain energy. It is pure, raw energy. So it makes sense that it's not sentient. It just has people that are sentient that, for some reason, make super heroes with weird spandex colors.
Sense in the DC or Marvel Universe's superpower system.
I mean, kinda. It's this nice unifying thing that Dino Theory finally, like, clarified on. Because the Morphin Masters, as we knew them before, like, just from the intro, we were like, oh, they were just beings connected to the morphing grid. No, they weren't just connected to the morphing grid. They were basically the reason for everything.
Well, mostly everything.
However, this still lines up with, like, other seasons. It's why Ninjor could make the power coins, because he just used the morphing grid. It's why RJ could make the solar morphers. He just used the morphing grid. The Morphin Masters, however, are incredibly powerful beings, so it makes sense that they would also be the reason some powers exist. I would even halfway, okay, what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? I would even bet so far as to say that they were the reason that magic exists in Mystic Force. Because magic essentially is just harnessing the morphing grid. So, like, I'm just saying. This whole thing, the smartest goddamn decision in Power Rangers history.
Coincidence? I think not.
Coincidence? I think not.
But yeah, you're absolutely right, Ten, and I agree. It's just crazy though to think like this episode will be the episode that's referenced forever in Ranger history, and we watched it live.
I will.
That blows my mind. Like, this episode is more important than people really think it is. And it's weird that it took Ninja Steel to fix the Power Rangers universe.
Leave it to fucking Ninja Steel. Leave it to Simon Bennett to take Ninja Steel and say, I can fix all Power Rangers lore with this.
Yeah, but I much as we want to praise Simon Bennett, the thing about the guy is, if you look like throughout like the back to the interview of various crew members, they always wanted to. For Megaforce, I remember distinctly like one of the writers said they wanted to have Troy be connected to the morphing grid somehow, and we know for a fact that Simon was like a part of the franchise from nearly the beginning. So I have no doubt in my mind he probably took inspiration from all those talks about the morphing grid into the stories. And definitely with Megaforce, he just like fleshed it out finally. He just put it into motion without any, well, I guess pushbacks, for lack of a better term.
I think he had the idea, he just didn't know how to integrate it, and then Boom Studios did the thing with the Morphing Masters, and he's like, I found my answer! It's called cheating!
Exactly, he thinks it. Here, copy my homework, make sure you change it up a little bit.
Can you imagine Zato, like, touching the prism, and he, like, watches the Turbo Rangers get baked in pizza?
Or the freaking Ninja Storm Ranger being stuck in popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, that episode.
Or what if there was, like, a private moment where, like, I don't know, Doggy Kruger was in the shower or something. He, like, touches the morphing grid.
Hell no! No! Jay, don't give him ideas.
Hey, that wouldn't be the only furry joke this episode.
I need you to stop.
Wouldn't be the only furry reference this episode. Just What'd they say? Dino Fury Power. Furry Power.
I hate you.
God.
I'm terrible, I know. But
I hate you.
There are people who can't pronounce Fury and call it furry. Just ain't Dino Furry.
That's how I was. That's how I was when it was airing. I called it.
But Chris and Blackwing, y'all niggas get in on this morphing grid talk, man. What y'all thinking?
Listen. I know what the morphing grid is. I trust the morphing grid. I ain't no damn Devin. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone drink every time Chris throws a shot at him.
No. Let me stop playing. But yeah, bro, that's like I said, bro. It shit's incredible. Like, I'm not blown away by this specifically, but I just love the attention to detail that they used the morphing grid, they used the morphing masters. Because like I thought, like I said before, there's a lot of shows that they just use them for the first episode and then they never talk about them ever again because they don't need to, right? They didn't need to bring them back, and they did. Like, they're being consistent, and I'm fucking with it. I'm happy. And I just can't wait until we come back, you know what I'm saying? Because what if they come back, and what if there's more reasons? I mean, they're definitely going to come back, because that Ninja Star is definitely going to my boy, the first Black Gold Ranger Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, here's my thing though. Can we talk about, or have we gotten to that point where we can actually talk about the fact that this episode felt like a proper mid-season finale?
Ooh, yes.
Like, this is an episode that makes me want more.
Oh yeah.
Like, they treated this, it's so wild. Because, like, every other time that Power Rangers has gone on hiatus and mid-season hiatus, the episode they leave it on is some weird filler episode, and I always go back like, okay. It's an episode I could skip on rewatches.
Literally, I would end up not caring about when it comes back, and then I wait until the other episodes are done, and then I binge it if I feel like it, and if sometimes I don't even complete it. You know what I mean? Like I don't end up caring about it. But here I'm like, bro, I'm mad because it's done. Like, this is the first time
is the first time I think I've actively been actively anticipating more Power Rangers.
Exactly.
Would say that, but that was probably Dino Charge for me. That hiatus was tough, man, because I really wanted to see Gold, and I'm like, damn, that's tough.
Okay,
we definitely waited on that one.
I wasn't around for Dino Charge, so I can't say it, but
Ooh, that's tough. Dino Charge was a good time to be a Ranger fan. That's when, like, we remember. I don't know if y'all remember that. We really thought that shit was safe. We was like, yo, Chipland, we safe, we're safe. I mean, don't get me wrong. The first 8 episodes was fire and a big improvement. So, and it was no like weird comedic characters in Dino Charge. Now that I think about it, it was really just like Coda.
I think it was really related to like the villains, who you wouldn't see until maybe halfway into the episode.
Yeah,
I think the big comedic character for Dino Charge is like Poisandra.
I thought it was Coda. No,
not really. Coda had some comedic moments, but I don't think he was the main comedic character.
Yeah, I guess Coda was more of a Zato, where it's like a fish out of water type character.
I'm gonna be real though, because I haven't watched Dino Fury in a grip, so I had to rewatch these last 3 episodes. I'm not gonna lie, this like binging those 3, that shit was fire, bro. Like I didn't lose. There was not a moment I lost interest.
Which one were they? The Javi episode,
or was I?
Oh, Amelia's episode, right? It was Amelia's episode, Javi's episode, and then this one.
Yeah, this shit was fire, bro. Like they felt fluid as fuck. That shit felt fluid as fuck. I was like, yeah, bro, this is fire. Like it doesn't seem like. So just like how we were saying the first couple episodes, like it felt like it was days after, right? Just like this, it feels like days after, except the part where I mean there is a part, but I don't recall which episode, but it feels like there's been a time jump, but there's barely those type of feelings when you're watching the show. It feels like you're growing with the cast, like you're growing with their experience. You know what I mean? In a way.
I genuinely felt left out in the beginning of the episode where they had like the whole Zord fight.
Oh yeah, that's the only time. Right?
Yeah, like I get what you mean, Chris.
Yeah, but then this was probably the episode I was feeling that way towards. I'm like, whoa, now they're getting the hang of it. You know what I'm saying? Like damn.
For real though, the cast really makes you want to see their everyday adventures.
Exactly.
And to know that they had a Zord fight and had a whole day going on off screen without us kind of made me feel this type of way. I'm like, man, I wanted to see what y'all was up to today. Shit.
Hey, something I kind of liked about this episode where, like, it immediately starts out with a Zord fight, and then the monster of the week says, let's just cut to the chase.
Lots of good dialogue in this episode.
Now, I also thought it was funny where, like, soon as fucking, like, so they're fighting, right? Oh, shit, I didn't even, yeah. So the prism goes into the water, obviously, because, hint, hint. And then Boom Tower comes down after his breakup with, Boy Knight. Boom Tower and Wolfgang comes down. They have a fucking dope ass Instamorph, which is probably the best Instamorph this season, I think. I need that in a GIF. That is so badass. But they have a dope Instamorph, and they have I want to say another original fight. And I thought it was pretty dope how we had this episode, not just two Zord fights, but actually two Ranger battles. You know what I mean? Where like normally we get like, I'll say one Ranger battle and then maybe a solo fight with one Ranger. But we got like two full team battles, and that's kind of rare. Is it just me? But like that was kind of like a standout for me.
Low key, yeah.
I thought that was pretty dope. And on top of that, no one I don't realize no one mentioned, but like the the Disney Stork Conator came back right for Dino Fury, and it actually shows. Like
Facts, bro.
definitely these like in suit fights are fucking amazing. Like the flips, the way they move is like it's not stiff fighting. It's not your typical ninja steel where you're like jumping over shit and like dodging hits and you're like pushing monsters over. You're actually doing some dope ass combos and some amazing, beautiful sword work. So definitely want to give a
I
shout
wanna,
out to
I
that.
wanna notice, I wanna like point out something that I noticed in the episode that's like really smart on the on the choreographer's part. While, you notice how whenever they use the boost keys, it's not like a majority of the team using them. It's maybe one or two. Fucking superb choice because like that's what you would actually do if you were fighting. Most of your guys would be distracting the enemy while the other two get some sort of weapon out. It's fucking. I noticed that and I was like, oh my god, whoever did the choreography for Dino Fury, superb goddamn choices, really.
I do kind of wish though the keys were more useful because it seems like they're weak. Like they like disappear after like one hit, or they only can use it for like 10 seconds. I don't know. It's kind of
Might be
weird.
like a
I
set
got to get
time
used to the
limit.
boost keys. What were you saying?
There might be like a set time limit on those keys. They keep disappearing so fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They only had them. They have them like for like 10 seconds each time. I'm like, I got to get used to these because I don't know. It's weird. But I guess they're trying to like cut back on like footage wise because like normally when they use the boost keys is more like real soldier footage and not necessarily
But
like original.
I feel like they're trying to make the keys like it's kind of cool in a way. Like how they it's like we don't even get to settle with them. Like they're trying to like normalize that there's literally that many. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed the keys
So,
been less useful though for the most part
well,
for certain episodes.
well, one thing's for sure. They're definitely gonna build up to like what build up to like their ultimate modes, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Power ups, those are gonna be dope. Like people think the boost keys are like really the power up modes. Like nah, wait till you see these power up modes. I'm telling you. Well, I'm basing off of Ryu Soldier, but I mean maybe Dino Fury. I'm pretty sure. I'm assuming Dino Fury is going to utilize them the same way, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good. You guys are in for something.
I would imagine they would because wasn't that like weren't they individual power ups that like they got them separately like in different episodes?
Yes, and once they got them, you could have like switched between rangers. Like not one power up belongs to a ranger. If that makes sense,
Oh,
you
fucking!
can
That's actually kind of sick.
like yeah. If the blue, like for example, blue gets his power up right, and like he can literally use it for that focus episode, but then next episode you can see Izzy rocking it. You know what I mean? So shit like that is pretty dope, except for the max mode, which is strictly to red. You know, it's from this guy Zorg, aka Void Knight's armor. He dies, and Zato / Cole gets it. But yeah, obviously, I don't even think they're gonna do that. I don't even think Void Knight. No, no. Let's talk about Void Knight for a second, right?
About
So
time.
this episode
I'm
proves
prepared for
he's
all your
more
goddamn
human.
references.
Yeah, like
This,
I like how this. Yeah, something I like about this episode is that it seems like they're giving him a motivation to want to go after the Sporks and possibly go against the Rangers because they're looking for Sporks and he needs that for his purpose.
but real quick, the more I think about this, bro, is alright. Hear me out, real quick. Maybe they're gonna go to the narrative plot that Void Knight isn't necessarily a villain. Now, hear me out before y'all bash me. I know Void Knight is not a good guy, but he's not really a bad guy either. Like, as we've seen, he's technically not the one destroying the world. He's just trying to catch Sporks, right? It's really the Sporks that's the true bad guys. But seeing him using Sporex to power up his girlfriend, I mean, something like that we can all feel for. Like, not all of us will do what Void Knight did to get it, but it's redeemable for the most part. I feel like he can redeem himself and join the Rangers. It's not like he did anything terrible to the point where it's like, yeah, I don't see it happening. You know what I mean? Because technically, all he's really did was catch Sporex for his girlfriend. So I'm just saying, maybe we might see Void Knight, once he get his girl, I don't know, maybe he team up with the Rangers or something. His girl might become extremely evil, and he might have
Nah,
to need the
about
Rangers'
that.
help to save her.
Let's be real. Void Knight
That's
hasn't
a
killed
good plot.
anyone. He hasn't
That's
killed
what I'm
nobody.
saying, bro.
Yeah.
Void Knight's been in the lair trying to get his girl. He really had the
One thing for sure.
monsters
One thing we
do all
can
his
agree on.
Like
dirty work.
in reality, it's kind of like I'm gassing. I was about to say it's like Loop and Pat situation. Like if you just leave
He's
Void
Mr.
Knight
Freeze.
alone and let him
Clearly
do his
Mr.
thing,
Freeze for Batman.
yeah.
Okay, but I also don't see Void Knight volunteering to, destroy the Sporix so he can get their energy. He kind of lets the Rangers do that for him.
Yeah,
True.
let them do the grunt work. I reap the benefits. That's Void Knight in a nutshell.
I mean, yeah, but
He could
also,
be like an anti-hero,
I mean, he definitely stole that armor. We don't know where he got that from. I have a theory about that, but I'll talk about it later.
Maybe it is his armor. Maybe he was on Zato's team, and
Well,
So you
Zato's
telling me
recognized
there's a
the
black
armor.
nigga underneath that seat? Let's go. Underneath that suit, let's go.
I have a theory, but
Is Void Knight a brother?
Hell no. Listen. Let's be real. I mean, yeah. I mean, listen. Let's get this straight. If Void Knight and his girl come from the same place, let's hope he's not from Zato's land, because so far everyone from Zato's land is
His girl's not from Reptile now.
yeah, because let's be real, so far his homeland is Black Excellent home planet.
Wakanda.
You know what I'm saying? That shit's Wakanda. And that woman ain't no Wakanda nigga. That's a pit.
Yeah.
That's she's like from Iceland or some shit.
People were really saying she had antennas. I'm like, bro, those are not antennas.
Nah, that's like nah.
That's some Dragon Ball Z sleep chamber shit, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like Blackwing said, they're wires.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it though, I really feel like she look human too. Like, I don't think she's an alien. Like, I don't know. Maybe. I don't think she's an alien.
I think so.
Just because she's not from Earth doesn't mean she isn't human. They're not human.
Here is my thing. Here's my thing. I think that Void Knight's definitely human, and that he got the armor from some ruins. Because obviously the Gold Ranger and there were only 3 Rangers that technically survived in the base, I guess, from the ancient times. I think Void Knight was some sort of 7th Ranger to the Dino Fury team. That got added later because the Morphing Masters decided, I don't know, maybe they actually needed a bit more help. So here's what I'm thinking. Here's theory crafting time, everybody. Void Knight's armor whoever the original Void Knight was, long gone. Dead. Bones are dust. This guy, whoever this new Void Knight is, obviously found the armor. And I'm thinking, his love, his little girlfriend, got like knocked out or something in some sort of freak accident. And I'm thinking that this guy is some sort of archaeologist. Maybe someone Dr. Arcana knows. I don't know. We don't know. I'm just saying it's possible.
She's no in town, though, I don't think.
Well, no, Dr. Arcana is a archaeologist. She obviously would know other people in her field.
First episode, like her and Ali was there a day, and he was only there for a day.
That doesn't mean she has to live there. She probably just knew him from her work. I don't know. You realize that
it is Power
You realize that not all archaeologists live in the same fucking area, right? They don't all work on the same expeditions.
I know, but that was like their first time in Pine Ridge. That's what this story wants us to believe. That Ali and Dr. Arcana.
It doesn't mean that she doesn't know this guy.
I mean,
he's probably some associate of hers from like years ago. And then
my theory is that nigga ain't never died. He the same dude from millions of years ago.
I can't believe that, though. I can't believe that.
Underneath that.
Okay, since we're spitballing theories here, I think this is a good time for me to say mine.
Betrayed the team. That's what I think. That's what really happened. He killed the other Rangers.
Okay, let's let Mr. Awesome talk.
Thank you, Declan. Alright, okay, my theory is that Void Knight is, for me, I feel like he might be connected to, like, Dino Fury, Brown, because they gotta have to use that, the footage exists, they gotta have to use that suit eventually. So my theory is Void Knight were probably like a protege, or probably his successor of some sort, so that would explain how he knows about the power, the Sporex, and how to fix a morpher. And my guess is this, like, he and this girl, and I don't know how to pronounce her name, I think her name is like Santora from like the cast listing that have been released, were in love, but she got heavily injured, and Void Knight probably figured that the Sporex can probably help her, but Dino Fury Orange or Brown or whatever they're going to call him, opposed against it, because, you know, he doesn't know how dangerous these Sporex are. He haven't actually fought one himself. So I believe Void Knight probably betrayed him and took the armor for himself, or at least Dino Fury's, Brown's power, but modified it to suit his liking, and went out to go find the Sporex.
Maybe. I mean, I don't want to keep like referencing Ryu Soldier, but I think, I don't know if they're going to go from this storyline, but one of the original team members, one of the masters, betrayed the other team with the Geizor / Void Knight armor. Well, he betrayed the team and got the armor. So that's why kind of my theory was like, oh, he's probably like the original team member and betrayed them and took the armor. Because I don't think the Morphin Masters would necessarily make a 7th Ranger. It would just be more like it was already an evil armor, and like whoever puts it on basically is like not evil, but like it just like brings out the darker them or something.
Wait, I'm kind of getting some like Zenaku vibes from that.
Something like that. But I feel
like I was
it's
just about to make that comparison. It could be like Zenaku, where like wait, hold on. I have a theory of my own. Maybe it's like Zenaku, where like he worked with like Dino Fury Rangers or like the Morphing Masters, and they got corrupted by the armor.
But I don't want to say it corrupted him, because I feel like he still knows what he's doing. He's just like not.
Yeah, and if it went that route, like, it kind of feel like a rehash.
Kind of like Spider-Man.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit in with the girl. Like, how does the girl fit into all of this if you're going for that version?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, it'll be like more like in Spider-Man 3, where he got the black suit. He wasn't necessarily evil, but he was like just more darker, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, he still fell in love, knew what he was doing. He just was more, you know, aggressive. And
okay, so
took things into his own hands.
Trying to save what good left in him with this girl. And
Yeah,
Tora.
like he still have feelings for his girl and everything. It still means well, but he's just like going about it the wrong way necessarily.
Yeah, I guess if they were to go with something like that, I guess that'd be the most simplest to do.
But I could be wrong. That's just a theory.
I know, so is mine.
But let's talk about this
Uh,
Golden Ranger.
and 3-year-old Brown. They have to use it at some point.
Oh, actually, Chris, you had anything to say on this Void Knight?
No, not really, man.
Alrighty. And let's keep talking about this Golden Ranger. So my theory is for this prism. It went into the ocean, right? Which was obviously a foreshadow. What you guys thinking? Do you think the Golden Ranger was underwater, or do you think they got like the key from the underwater, and then they're going to
The key in the
Rafcon to
water.
find them?
There's gotta be the key in the water.
I think it would be a cool callback to Ninja Steel if we actually see Ion like actually pull the key out the prism like Ninja Steel style. I think that would be pretty cool.
Okay. For me personally, I think the printer went down, found the Zord where the key probably was.
I feel like if they do that, Jay, everyone in the Twitter can be like, "Oh my God, they really did redeem Ninja Steel." Fuck no.
Oh my god.
Don't give them that chance.
Oh my god! Why does Ninja Steel have to be the way it was? It could have been so much better.
Right.
They had a Power Ranger crossover. They had no other Ninja Rangers. That would have lost any hope for me.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Thanks for pointing that out, Mr. Awesome.
Point one out.
That they had a big crossover. They didn't have any other Ninja Rangers, like from Ninja Storm.
Well, I mean, not to be like the Dark Cloud, but one of the ninjas kind of passed away, and the other one's an alien.
This is way before that. Not to be just for the sake of being blunt. That was way before that. They had that done. They had that filmed.
True, but even then, it's like one's not even really a ninja. Like, he's technically an alien ranger. He wasn't really, you know what I mean? Like, they're not using the ninja plot that they use in
They're not
Sentai.
gonna use the alien
Ranger.
Yeah, so he was more like more alien based than ninja based. And Ninja Storm, I guess Pua could have came back, but he probably, I don't know. It wouldn't work. Like the Dino crossover made sense because it worked with Power Rangers and Sentai, but I think this case they seen the footage and it was like
Ninja X Ninja crossover. I'm just saying like one of the Ninja Rangers showed up. That's all I'm asking.
You know, yeah, that would have made. But if you're specifically talking about the Sentai footage, it wouldn't work.
No, that wasn't. But still, they could have done it. It was right there, but they didn't pull the trigger for whatever reason. I guess we needed like Jace, friggin' two Tommies fighting. I guess.
I wanted Cam to come back.
Then.
Because technically Ninja Steel didn't have a Green Ranger. So Cam coming back would have been perfect. He could have been like the mentor. That would have been dope.
And he could have fought like Evil Tommy. That would have been cool.
He would have whooped Tommy ass too.
Well, no, Cam and Trent versus Evil Tommy. Bam. Call back right there.
Yeah.
Dude still got that arm too.
We get a sick Instamorph for this fight.
Oh, I love that.
It's probably the best Instamorph all season.
That was like one. They only had like what, 3 or 4 this season.
Every episode had an Instamorph.
But yeah, this definitely was the best one.
But they've all been pretty amazing too. So
yeah, true.
Oh, of course.
But this is by far it was so slick, bro. The way, this was the first team Instamorph, right?
Yeah, this was honestly my favorite one for mainly because of the gestures that they did for the Instamorph. Because usually for the past ever since Samurai, when Instamorphs have been like very stylish as opposed to just like a flashlight and cut into another scene, like they're always just either like running or staying in place, like barely doing any type of hand motion. But for Dino Fury, they did this like they slapped their communicator like usual, and then did this circular motion with both arms where they have one hand up and the other one ready to grab the sword when it shows up. That was a nice touch for me because I just love gestures like that, especially when that little detail of Izzy having her hand a different way, so that way she's ready to do a reverse grip. I like stuff like that. Very
Yeah,
trivial, but I like it.
I've noticed that. That's pretty. That's pretty. It's just the little things, man. The little things
Yeah.
is great. And we get another fight scene, even though we had one downtown. We also get another one by the docks, and then he grows big, which means we get two Zord fights. So we get not only two fight scenes and two awesome Mords, but we get two Zord fights in one
And
episode.
something to know that's also like the little things is that this time around, instead of Zato asking Solon to, bring out the Zords, they individually call their own Zords for the first time.
Yeah.
Yes. Now
Since
this is
we're
the part where I wanted to save this for the end. So Austin, where I was going with the previous thing that I'm going to now. These fools, their Zords fall apart, right? And snap out of nowhere, they're back to normal. Now I can use the whole Lego mindset that it's just a Lego and it falls apart easy. Fine.
I wasn't even
But
thinking that.
this is supposed to be the gigantic ultimate, every Zord at once combined, big come shot moment where you use your final Zord, and not your final Zord, but like your biggest like Zord where everyone combines together, and they just like naturally just transform. No big deal. This is one of our best, biggest Zord champion modes, but it's no big deal. We're just gonna like naturally transform into it like we've been using it this whole time. I was watching it like, wait, shouldn't this be like a bigger deal? Is it just me? Did I?
Honestly, I thought people. Honestly, I thought people would have complained that they tried to make that they would make a big deal out of it. I was fine
Well,
with the
no.
fact that they.
Every season they make a big deal out of like the final
I feel
big
like consider.
Megazord.
I
They
feel
just like
no. I mean,
naturally said
well, no.
champion
Listen, I feel like
formation.
because. Well, I feel like. I mean, like in terms of like. Well, kind of what you said with them like making the big deal out of like making new combinations and stuff. I feel like fans would have complained about like how they focused on, hey, let's try this combination. Yeah, let's do it. Like stuff like
I
that. I
don't think
figured.
a fan ever complained about that any
Oh
season.
no, a lot. Oh, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. But it did. I did kind of like how it
Oh
felt
no, I know
natural.
what you mean.
I
Yeah.
wish it. Yeah, I wish it could have been. I do wish they could have had a little more of a this is a new thing kind of thing. But at least they did. At least they did a little. But
Oh yeah.
after that,
Like
yeah,
I
I was
don't
kind of
think they
sad.
should make a big deal out of like, oh, I use the
Oh,
green
yeah.
tiger
I just.
formation, big deal.
I
Blue
just.
formation, big deal. Yeah, not that,
It,
but
okay. I just remember what I was trying to say. I feel like it was a little natural for them because considering the fact that the four of them, the four humans of the team were like so fixated and excited on the Zords, it's not like it's not really out of character or surprising thinking that off screen they were studying these combinations and stuff. Like they were learning what these combinations like what combinations they can make or and stuff like that. So
I
like they are
know,
so
but
like
it's
they
just like
so like
this
considering the
is
fact that they were gonna fight Boom Tower, they already knew in advance. Okay, we're gonna have to use this combination that we know. Let's go for it, without
but
like saying
remind me,
let's try
isn't
something
this
new.
our first time seeing all five Zords combined at once?
You're right.
Normally it's only like three Zords and they replace one with another one, like Dino chart style. But like
Yeah,
this is like the first time they combined all five together. And then they were just like, all right, let's go. And I'm just like, wait. Can I get a celebration
I
or
mean,
something?
okay, listen, this
I
time
didn't even
around,
know it was the first time. Till my second time watching it, I'm like, oh, this is new.
yeah, this time around with the Zords, it's like it's not that big of a deal, at least not right now, because this is still, the normal Dino Free Megazord with Reds being, the main one in the middle. Like it's not gonna be until we see Gold and then our first auxiliary Zord where we're gonna start to have like that more special. Oh my God, we can combine to do this because it's just another formation that the
because
Dino
they're
Fury Megazord can make. It's not
especially
something
because
that merits like a whole like, guys, what if we? And then they all look at each other and like a big like
yeah.
big thing like that. It's just like, oh yeah, let's just try putting it all together. Warrior formation. That's kind of why they didn't really make it a big deal. I imagine like when they do the first combination where they use gold and Demon Volcano's counterpart for Dino Fury, uh, with champion Zord, I think that's when they're gonna be like, wow, wait, let's figure this out and actually do it together, And yeah, so
Honestly,
that's
I
why
don't
they
even
didn't
know.
really make a big deal out of
Honestly,
it.
I
I
don't
didn't
even
have a
think.
problem with them
I
not
don't even
making
know if
a big deal.
honestly, I don't even know if that's gonna happen. I feel like since Zato's like familiar with these Zords, he's gonna know the combinations that can happen and stuff. I'm not opposed to it though. I'm honestly considering the fact that it's Zords, I'm not really opposed to any type of reaction they're gonna have towards it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think any formation is gonna like be a wow moment. I think when we get gold, gold is gonna hop into a sword and they're just gonna like continue on their day like it's natural. I don't think anything crazy is gonna happen because like even same with like the different Zord formations, it was never really a big deal until like Izzy or Javi did theirs. That was about it. But like anything else, just like oh, natural.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like that's that's just pretty much what it's going to be. But yeah, we get our Zora fight, which was dope by the way. I like the fact that they're just mopping the floor with Boom Tower and shit. Like Boom Tower is not even like doing anything tough. Like he's literally in his ass whoop. Like I don't think Boom Tower ever had an upper hand to begin with. And then like Wolfgang tries to like sneak attack, and then he just gets like
Dude
straight
got
up stab
impaled.
samurai style. I'm like, God damn, like that's some shit we should have seen from the Samurai Megaforce,
He played
Megazord.
himself.
No shade, but you know what I'm saying. Like, but I thought that was pretty dope. I don't think we like, bro. When I obviously it's research footage, but one
Hmm.
thing I did really like about Dino Fury slash Ryu Soldier is the Zord fights. Like we actually see the Zord like moving like a actual ranger. He's like ducking, dodging, he's sprinting, he's over here doing tricks and shit. And it's like, bro, that is dope. Like moving forward, I want every Megazord to move like this. Like, come
I
on.
mean, they have
You
been.
think we really gonna have
That
to go back to a stiff Megazord after this? I don't want
and
that.
that footage with that footage from the first episode of Rio Soldier, I'm so glad that they still kept that footage and used it in the fourth episode when all five of them were
Yeah,
together. Because
fourth episode. Yeah,
when they made
dude was
that
running on mountains and
when
shit.
they,
Like,
when
damn.
they made that when they did that first fight, they wanted to make sure that they made a good first impression with that fight,
Mhm.
doing all those tumbles, grabbing him by the neck, having him shoot flames everywhere, doing flips and stuff. It's still probably my favorite fight in that entire season.
That's my favorite Zord fight in history of Fire Ranger, if I'm being honest. But yeah, Zord fight happens. They destroy both of them at once. Damn, the way they took Wolfgang out was tight. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Like Muka's like, okay, sneak attack. He jumps up, and I don't know how they seen him, but they sword from the back, and then and
Look,
then the way the camera work panned out to make it seem like you don't know he stabbed him until like the camera pans out, and you're like,
yeah,
damn, that's like a movie reveal right there. That was tough, but
you didn't even look. They didn't even have to see him. The fact that he just shouted out "sneak attack," he played himself doing that.
sneak attack, and then they destroy those. They get back to the base, and then Zato like straight up apologizes, bro. And then it's like I like how he corrected himself too, because he was like, "We," and he was like, "Well, I was the dick," and he was like, "I'm sorry," and blah blah blah. And then Mick, being the great guy he is, it was like, "No, it's fine. It's not your fault." And then
I've
it's
met
like,
worse people.
then Zato was like, "Have you heard of Rafcon?" And he was like, "No." But it's a big galaxy. It
Hmm.
could be out there. I thought
They're
that was
putting two,
sweet.
look, the fact that he brought that up, it was just the fact that the fact that the writers brought up him asking if he knew about Rafcon, and then for some weird reason that quote unquote we don't know yet about the on why the Ninja Nexus prism just dipped into the water. They literally put two pieces that don't go together, but they're two pieces of the same
It's
puzzle. I
just
like
about
how
to
they
get
did
into that
that.
next. But then yeah, I like how they mentioned taxi too, space taxi. They brought it
Oh
up.
yeah,
He took his space taxi, blah blah blah, Ninja Steel reference. Cool. Now the prism went into the water. Let's talk about it.
it's
Jordan fight,
waterproof.
Gold Ranger reference. Let's fucking
Let's
go, bro.
go.
We got Jordan fight. You know what I'm saying? Now, do y'all think he he was already in the water and then he grabbed it from the prism, or you think the prism just went in the water, took the key, and took it to modern Rafcon, and he'll like pull it out of the prism from Rafcon?
That's a
I
good
think
question,
modern
honestly.
yeah, I could see it going either way. Like he's either
Yeah,
from old Rafcon and he's asleep under the sea, or he's modern, which I think modern would still be so cool to see like
yeah,
what a
because I know.
modern Rafcon person was like versus like Zeto's old timey Rafcon ways, and
Yeah,
then them
in
have
the
a little bit of discord as a
yeah
mentor
they
relationship.
revealed they revealed his bio about a week or two ago, saying that uh Ion is from like modern day Rafcon, and he just does things a little differently than
They said
Zato
modern day.
does.
Where
Yeah.
did
It
you see
didn't say
So
fire?
like
modern though.
all
It just said he's
yeah.
from Rafcon.
So
So
all
we don't know
I
yet
thought
if
it
it's
did say
modern.
I thought it did say
But
either way.
wasn't
Well, if it is
Rapcon destroyed
if,
though?
no,
Well,
we don't know
I
that
think
yet.
after 65 million years though, you can rebuild a planet. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like maybe it was
All we
just
know is
destroyed
that
on the surface,
yeah,
like the dinosaurs.
it was
And
that
I
like
will add, 65 million years ago, Rafcon was already futuristic. Like, if
and
you
let's
remember the background, they had like some Wakanda cities out there, and it's 65 million years ago. So you
and
know that
let's
shit about to be lit modern time.
and not only that, the Earth was around 65 million years ago too, and they brought the fight over here.
Can
Right.
y'all think about that though? Like, there was already futuristic 65 million years ago. Like, imagine now how it looks.
Just shows how humans on Earth are just ignorant.
SPD? No, I'm joking. But yeah, so
Uh,
Rafcon is SPD's world.
basically, that's how it looks now.
oh
Basically, I
Lord.
believe it. Flying cars.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking they just rebuilt Rafcon the same way Earth rebuilt its own ecosystem and had people and whatnot 65 million years after the asteroids destroyed it.
Well, let me
Then we
ask y'all
get to
this.
the giant reveal of Void Knight's plot twist. Dude walks into his room and straight up,
He had wife
there's a white woman in a chamber,
She can't be from Rafcon.
tied up, like, not tied up, but like she
tubed up.
she got like wires attached to her, straight up like she's Frieza.
Wow.
Freeze,
Or people
freeze.
say Mr. Freeze reference, but I immediately thought of Dragon Ball Z.
No,
Oh
see, I
yeah,
have
in
different.
in those
I
pods.
thought I don't know if any of you watch Miraculous, but he's freaking Hawkmoth.
Are you thinking of is that the full
What?
name of the show?
Miraculous Ladybug.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's what he is. He's freaking Hawkmoth. He's wearing purple, and she's tubed up, and he's trying to bring her back to life.
What I
You'd
want to
just
know,
have to know.
I,
You'd have to see it, and you would just know.
now what I'm curious about is whether or not that not tag name, but that code name that was on her shirt or dress or whatever. I think it said like B001X or 8001X, something like that. I want to know if that has any significance at all.
She was in prison.
Or
He just started
Imagine.
Rafcon.
well, I was also going to say that either that or she was a test subject, but that could have been what she was sent to prison for.
There's
Yeah,
actually Easter egg if you like go back and watch RPM. That is the same jacket they were wearing when they was in prison. I'm joking.
I was about to say, like, you lying liar.
The fact that they
Lying
breathe
liar.
oxygen is a reference to Mighty Morphin.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Watch it be Ziggy's prison number or something.
I
Just
mean,
All
I
of a sudden,
thought Ollie was like short for Oliver, Tommy Oliver reference. No, I'm
Oh
joking.
my lord.
you mean like
Like,
either
so
is
wearing
what's his
red, I
face?
think that's like a reference to like MMPR, right? How like,
wait,
you
see,
know, Jason used to wear red.
yeah. So Izzy's gonna be making shadow puppets, right?
Wait, but I
No,
thought,
Easy's gonna start climbing mountains like Kelsey.
oh, reference. Oh,
And
I
that's how
thought like
and that's how she gets scouted to Lightspeed.
I thought
Right.
Russell Curry was a reference to Austin St. John's favorite food being curry chicken. No.
We gotta end this episode, please. Please.
I thought Amelia
Frankie's
Jones
like,
was
no
a,
more, no more.
I thought Amelia Jones was a reference to Walter Jones, who played Preston's cousin from Angel Grove.
I thought it was
But
an
wait, I
Indiana
thought
Jones
Morphin
reference.
Masters was a reference to Mighty Morphin having two M's as the title.
Actually, you know what, Austin? I wouldn't be surprised if it was an Indiana Jones reference. Amelia Jones.
Boy Night
She
2
looks for
is a
supernatural
reference
shit.
to Mr.
I thought-
Force.
Wait, I thought them filming in New Zealand was a reference and like a foreshadow of Disney buying back Power Rangers.
Duh.
Honestly, hello. Big Mouse always gets what they want.
You right. What was I thinking?
Anywho, so that concludes this episode.
I was gonna say
Anywho.
there was one thing I wanted to ask though. Since y'all said that his bio didn't say he was from modern day Ravcon, which do y'all think which timeline do y'all think he's from, and which one would y'all prefer that he be from?
Modern day
I
Rafcon.
Me too.
personally would rather him also be from, Zato's time period, but he just managed, like, he was the Gold Ranger that they originally recruited. And he, in the fight that, Zato mentioned about how his teammates were lost, Gold was like, I don't know, shot in the sky or something, and then he landed in that ocean, and he was like frozen down there. And then that's
Team
what
Rocket
Nexus
Flash
Prism was like, oh, let me help this guy out. And so the Nexus Prism absorbed him, just like how it absorbed Brody's dad. I think that's his name, right?
I feel like
And
that.
he, took care of him, right?
Wait, when did you say he?
So you think he's in the prism?
Wait, you said he
Yeah.
was shot up. You said he was shot up in the sky.
Yes, and landed in the water. He
I
Team
don't think you
Rocket.
could- Yeah, I don't think you. Unless you're Team Rocket, I don't think you could. Unless you're Team Rocket, Bulk and Skull, Victor and Monty, or Ben and Betty, I don't think you could survive a fall like that.
We're really
Well, if
gonna
he was
say
still
that Power
morphed-
Rangers can't survive falls?
Right. If he
Especially
was still
for water?
morphed, he would survive.
Now, if it was like a distance like where Kat was when she fell off that cliff, yeah, you could survive that.
Well, like, I don't know, 'cause you got to think about the way the Earth was shaped, right? 65 million years ago,
Still
and then where
spherical.
he ended up. So how is he underwater?
You know what? You know what? Better question. How is he in general? Is he doing all right? Does he need anything?
Is he in the
does he have
prism?
any-
Is he on modern day Rafcon?
he-
We don't know.
Does he have
Tune
anyone
in
to
next
talk to?
time.
Like,
We'll
does he have
find
any-
out with
does he have-
international areas.
Does he have anyone to open up to? Has he eaten yet?
Next
Has he
time
slept?
on Power Rangers.
Find out next time on
That-
Dragon Ball Z.
That sucks though that we have to find out internationally and they can't just let us have it at the same time.
Highest.
We only got 8 weeks. Let's fucking go.
8 weeks.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, June we're getting internationals.
Oh.
Well, at least in the UK.
man,
So, well, in
Aw.
2 weeks we'll find out if Canada gets episode 9 early or not. But if Canada don't get hiatus, because it's not Nick, it's a different channel. So Canada normally airs late, but this year they aired earlier, like pretty much part of Power with Us, like 2 weeks after. So we were 2 weeks ahead of Canada. So in 2 weeks, we may or may not get episode 9 from Canada, but if they do a hiatus, then our next stop is
Our
the
Canadian
UK,
brothers
which gets it
got
in
an
June.
episode.
But
That's
either way,
like such crap.
I don't mind spending my June like that. That's fine by me.
I was gonna say, I mean, shit, we might, like I said, we might get episode 9 in 2 weeks if Canada's, I gotta look into that. But now that I think about it, why would Canada get a hiatus if they're not Nick?
Canada doesn't
Then
deserve
why
that.
do
They're
we get a
nice.
hiatus being Nick? Nick
I
and
mean,
their
we are
hiatus.
America.
It's just-
I mean, we are Nick, so we do get a
I
hiatus.
know, but it's stupid. They do that to their own shows too. Like, you start a season in the beginning and then you forget
You know-
whatever the hell happened, and then
You
5
know
months
what's
later,
funny?
oh look, I'm back.
You know what's funny
You know-
about that? You know what's funny about that though? As much as we complain about how Nick treats us, we kind of get the better end of the stick on how Nickelodeon handles their airings. We're a lot more consistent than they are with their own shows. They would just air like a new episode 1 week of one of their
Every 5
cartoons,
weeks.
and then
Yeah.
they wouldn't like have a new episode for like another 5 weeks or like even longer.
Exactly.
I mean,
Like
it's crazy.
Nickelodeon's channel schedule, except for SpongeBob, is crap.
Except for that one day where they didn't air SpongeBob at all.
Yeah, I bet you that was a mistake. Oops, we didn't air SpongeBob? Ah, dang,
Someone
Nick
got
is
fired.
fired.
the
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
office just like explodes.
Yeah, somebody got fired for sure. It's kind of like the Morphing Masters. Who had that shift? Who screwed it up?
Guys, I actually gotta start going in a few minutes, so I'm gonna have to record my outro.
All right, outros, let's go.
Let's fucking go. All right, so we got. Now let me stop playing.
I was like, what?
All right, we got Chelsea in the building. What's popping?
Let's go.
We got Frankie and his bitch.
Let's go.
And we got Austin in this bitch.
Oh shoot! I just remembered something.
Uh,
Jordan Fight is the new Gold Ranger. Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's
And
go!
it's been your boy Jin Saku. Let's fucking go. Chris, what's good?
Yo, you can find me on Twitter, social media. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? What was that in the background? Who the fuck was that? Black one. That was awesome. Well, well, it's Chris. You can find me on my social media. You can find me on Twitter at Chris26Deuce. That's Chris with 2 S's. That's Chris26Deus. Yes, sir.
And we got Deca Blaze. What's good, bro?
Hey, it's Daijin Deca Blaze. You can find me on Twitter at Backup Blaze, and you can find me on Instagram at Deca Blaze. There you can find my art. And you can also find me on YouTube at Daijin Deca Blaze. They can see speed draws of my art and AMVs.
And we got 10 in the building.
Thank you all so much for listening to this pretty long episode. But if you want to find me afterwards, you can find me on Twitter at TanaraN. And you can find me on Twitch, where I stream on the weekends. I stream Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. I'm probably going to start streaming some other fighting games like Rivals of Aether and Magic the Gathering Arena. You can find me there on Tanara-kun with 2 N's. And yeah, have a good night, everybody.
And we got, last but not least, Mr. Awesome in the building.
Alright guys, this was fun. Y'all can find me on Twitter at _Mr. Awesome_ and have a good night.
And that has been TimeForToku podcast. Just stop watching.